Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's actually Sunday, January 5th right now, and as you can see, it's pretty white behind us here. So I figured I'd bring you guys along today because it's going to be a struggle, but we have already managed to make it out of the bottom and up here to the pasture, and we're feeding these cows and they are excited. They're covered with snow, but excited to eat. So we're gonna get over here and hopefully get to the bunk and get them fed. I think he just broke some ice, if there was any ice. I don't know if there's really any ice on the pond yet, but we're gonna get these ladies all fed here. There might be a thin sheet of ice, but there's not very much right now. But these gals do have a water tank. It's right up that way, so they're able to drink out of that. All right, here we go. The bunk's got a good bit of snow in it. We've got a few inches by now. Cows have probably got an inch of snow on them right now. They're pretty well insulated. They got keeping their heat in so well they don't even melt the snow off of their backs. I tried to get this windshield wiper to work, but it won't work, so you can see a little bit there, but not a whole lot. Probably gonna end up with a little bit. Probably gonna end up with a little bit on the ground here, just because of how much snow there is in the bunks. I'm not gonna be able to get all of their feed in there, so I may just have to put a little bit on the ground. But the ground's froze enough; they'll eat it all. Oh, now the windshield wiper wants to work. So Colton got started probably a little bit before we did out here. He's feeding back home with the other mixer wagon, and I think he ended up like sideways on the road, but he got it steered off in the field and got stuck. Anyways, I think he got pulled out now, but he's got some pretty big hills he's got to go down on the road where he had to go, and he'd already fed, so he lost all the weight in the mixer wagon, and so I think that caused him to slip out a little bit, but sounds like he's out now from what I've heard on the radio. So we got done feeding these. I had to put a little bit on the ground, but not too much. So we'll make our way back to the gate, and all of the ruts that I've made in the mud have now frozen, so it's kind of rough in some places. Okay, well, we made it down the hill, and then we got reloaded up there on top of the hill, and then we made it down the second hill, which was actually the one that scared me the most. I'll show you that one on the way back up, because that one's got a cliff beside it. The other one does too, but it's got trees, but this one has a cliff beside it. But luckily I was able to make it down. So we made it down here to the big barn, and we just got fed the old cows behind that other barn. So we're going to get the skid loader and start loading up to feed this barn. Okay, we're in the container. We gotta put in our feed concentrate here. This has just got all the vitamins, minerals, and everything. So we're gonna mix that in and then get loaded. All right, there's the container where we keep all of our supplements and everything. So we're gonna go back over here and load up. Cows are happy in the barn. I would want to be in the barn today to do if I was a cow. Check the water. Water is good. It's not froze up, so that's good. See what everybody looks like in here. All standing there around the bell ring. The front group's over there in the alleyway, so everybody looks okay so far. Okay, we got everybody fed at the barn. And then now we're gonna be heading back up this hill. I think he's got the loader tractor, so he's got front wheel assist. So I think we're going to just go ahead and hook the chain onto the front of this tractor, and then we'll just go up at the same speed. It's not that I'm worried about not making it up. It's that if I start spinning out, then I'm probably going to start sliding backwards, and I don't really want to jackknife it on this hill or go over the side of the cliff. So I think the safest bet is just going to be go ahead and hook the chain before we even get started up the hill, and then we should be able to make it no problem. There's the hill that we have to make it up. So you can see the barn up there. We got to make it up there. Okay, got it hooked. Let's see what we can do. I'm probably not gonna video this. I'm gonna need both hands. Okay, we made it. I honestly think that I could have made it. With the amount of snow that we've got, I've got a lot of traction. But they're talking ice coming in this afternoon, so that could change stuff for tomorrow. Okay, we just loaded up a little bit more, so we didn't load up quite as heavy to come up that hill, so we just put in some different silage up here on top, which is not a big deal. So we are all ready to start it all over again in the morning. But right now we're gonna pull it in the heated shop here, and this works really nice because everything can thaw out. We don't have to worry about leaving the mixer wagon full or anything. It'll all thaw out and be good to go tomorrow. Okay, we got everything in here. Got the heater on. It says it's 44 in here. So I got it set up about 55. So it'll heat it up pretty good. Thaw everything out. Okay, well, we had to come out here north of town, put some hay out because they are empty. We had just filled it up the other day, but they're empty again. So we don't have a cab tractor out here, so it's a little bit cold. It's about 11 o'clock tonight. And it's kind of crazy that it's super bright out here. I don't know why, but it's like orange over that way. I don't know how the phone's picking it up, but kind of interesting. All right, just like that, it's the next day. And we've got a lot of ice, but it's not as bad as what they were kind of calling for, or what I thought it was going to be. So it's made the snow really solid, but actually the tractor is digging in pretty good, and I think it might actually be helping us a little bit. Since the ice fell on top of the snow, the road is not actually slick, so it might do okay. But we're gonna go up here to the first barn and get that fed, and then we'll get reloaded and try to make it out of the hill up here. We just reloaded, and now we're back up here at the first barn. We got that one fed, but we've got to get out this hill and up to the pasture field. So yesterday I was like D range and full throttle. So we'll see if that works again for us today. I can probably video this, maybe. As fast as we can go. It's a little bit rough, but we don't have much choice. Downshift. Downshift, downshift. I don't know if we're gonna make it today. I don't know if we're gonna make it today. We might, but it's gonna be close. Come on. I don't know if we're gonna make it today. Come on. Come on. Come on. We're picking back up. Oh, we might make it. Oh, that was a lot closer than yesterday. Oh my. Still a little bit difficult staying on the road here, but we might make it. All right, we've basically made it up the hill, pretty flat from here on out. And then we have to get back down the hill. Okay, up here at the pasture, I barely got the gate open. It was all frozen into the ground in that snow and ice. You can hardly see anything. There's a road here somewhere, but it's completely solid snow. Larry's coming up. He's gonna put a bale of hay in. I have 2 bales, but we brought another bale feeder up here the other day and it's empty, so go ahead and stick a bale in. We've got about 8 bales unwrapped up here, so we don't have to do that and fight the ice, because that ice likes to stick the net wrap to the hay, and then that makes it pretty difficult to unwrap whenever it's like this. They've all been down in low areas where they're kind of out of the wind and behind some trees and stuff, so down in the sinkholes and everything. So I think they've been down in there that way tonight, because whenever I drove by first thing this morning I did not see anybody, so they must have all been hiding out back in here. We're going to try to get to the bunk here and get what we can in the bunk. Again, it's full of ice and snow, so there's not much we can do. Diff lock that in, see if we can get to the bunk. I don't know if we can get there. We've got gravel, put some new gravel right here along it, so we could at least, once we get to it, it's not bad, but we just got to get to it. So let's get them fed. They'll be over here in a hurry. Not really a lot of room in the bunks with the amount of snow, but it's okay. What we do put on the ground, it's so frozen that they won't push it down too bad. And they'll definitely eat it all up, because they like to eat a lot whenever it gets this cold, because it produces heat within them and keeps them warm. So they will eat a lot. Okay, now for the sketchy part, going back down the hill. So we've got a cliff that drops off probably 100 feet to the right and a wheat field to the left, so I think you can probably figure out which way I'm going if we start sliding. I had to bail out that way a little bit yesterday, not too bad, but this ice and snow has actually given me pretty good traction, so we may not have any trouble with sliding out today, but I think it was about right here that I slid out yesterday. Just taking our time. There's a creek down there, you can see that. No, we're not going to slide out today. Well, that's nice. We'll go back out here and get reloaded. We didn't load up our regular full load just because of trying to get out of this hill. We didn't want more weight than we had to, so we'll load up the rest of the sorghum and wheat silage, and then we'll head down to the other barn. Okay, my dad's made it out here with the snowplow, or well, the blade on the tractor that we hooked up yesterday. So he's got this road plowed off, and I don't know if it's better or if it's worse, but at least it's easier to steer now. Not going through that much snow. I don't know if you can tell how much that is. That's probably a good 8 inches right there piled up. I would say we've got at least a good 6 inches of snow total throughout yesterday, and what we're getting right now, because it's starting to go again. We're supposed to get another 1 to 3 inches here this morning and through this afternoon. We hooked up the blade to the other 6125. It's not very often that we have both of the 6125s in the same place. This one usually stays out here, and that one usually stays at the farm. They both do the same job though. Feed hay and make hay in the summertime. But this is a lot better here for the most part, other than on the hill. It might be hurting us a little bit. I don't know though. But if it were to warm up a little bit, some of this might melt. But I don't know if we're gonna get that warm today. Okay, feeding the next group here behind the barn. I think there's about 25 of them here, or something, 23 maybe. So we gotta go. I was trying to get this windshield wiper going again. It doesn't want to work again. Okay, I really don't want to fall through here because I know how deep this is. Oh my gosh. I can almost walk on top of this snow with the amount of ice that we got. Yeah, I'm walking on top of it now. You get to places and you fall through it. There's the cows. Yep, we got water. It's definitely not warm, but it's still good. So these Cobbett water tanks, they do really good about not getting froze up out here in the pasture fields. They work really nice. It up again, and we are ready to feed the big barn here. So we got some newer calves here in the front, some older ones in the back. Get them all fed, and we're gonna have to push some snow. We are back and feeding the other cows now. So Colton had to do school today. They had online school, so had to do that. So we're just doing this here. Roads have kind of got some of the ice off of them now, and they're getting a little bit better. So figured we'd go ahead and get this done. Hey, we just got fed up here. I did the other places already. Been kind of having a struggle, so I haven't been able to video any. But somehow there's a cow in this old barn, and I don't know how or why. But I guess I'm gonna get her out. I don't know. I haven't got stuck yet, so that's a good thing. But we've had some close calls. Got finished up, fed here at the barn with the heifers and a few brood cows in here. Got this all fed, mixer wagon empty, and we gotta put some hay in. Okay, another run up the hill. Tuesday, we're gonna try it again. There's one spot, looks pretty slick. I don't know if I'm on a video today because this might actually be more difficult than yesterday. Okay, we made it, barely. We got up to the top, and there's a place where there was ice, and started spinning. The RPMs went through the roof. I knew I was spinning, so I kind of got it over in the snow, and it grabbed some traction and pulled us right out of there. So we made it out another day. So we'll get these cows fed again, and we're gonna give them a little bit extra today just to keep them energized and keep them feeling good. They haven't been eating a lot of hay. I think they maybe ate like one bale last night, but not as much as I expected them to. But we are giving them this extra silage, so that'll help cut down on the amount of bales we have to put out. Alright, I figured I'd get out here and show you what our mixture looks like if I don't fall on my butt. So right now we've got a mixture of sorghum or milo, whatever you want to call it. You can see the little seeds there, little brown seeds. And then we also have mixed in wheat silage, so it's just chopped up milo and chopped up wheat all together. So you'll find wheat seeds in there if you look hard enough. But it's actually making a really nice blend. They really like it. There you can see a wheat head there. This wheat was a little bit drier when we chopped it than what I would have liked. But overall, it's not too bad. Okay, it's Wednesday. Not a very productive week so far. Just given the fact that it takes us all day to get the cattle fed. But anyways, we're doing it again today, and it's snowing some more. I didn't really know it was supposed to snow anymore this morning, but here we are. So we'll see what we can get into today. I got a meeting to go to. I gotta leave like 5, so hopefully we can get everything done before then. We should be able to. We had everything done by probably like 4 or so yesterday, so just got finished up. We're gonna make it out of the hill here. It's still snowing and the sun's kind of trying to come out a little bit, so if it was a little bit warmer it would start melting stuff off, but I think it's only about 20 right now. Thursday, and it is cold. It's like 5 degrees or something, so took a little bit, get everything warmed up, and anyways, we are getting ready to feed this barn here. So we get the skid loader. It's sitting warming up right now. Try to get everything fed here today again. It's a bit hazy here this morning. I'm not exactly sure why, but just got done feeding. We're gonna make it back up the hill and put this thing away. The sun actually came out yesterday and kind of melted our road off a little bit, where we had the ice plowed off of it and everything, so it did help. But tomorrow we're supposed to get another 3 to 6 inches of snow, but luckily it looks like it's gonna actually warm up to above freezing a day or two, so hopefully we can get some of that melted off and kind of make it a little bit easier to get around, at least be able to get on the roads and everything. But for now it's like 14 degrees, and it's going to be like that for the next couple days. There's so many squirrels out here. You can see all their tracks all the way along the driveway. There are like hundreds of squirrels out here. I mean, I see at least a few of them every day, it seems like. Okay, it's Friday and we're back out here feeding again today, and it's snowing. So this is supposed to amount to another like 2 to 5 inches. It's not coming down super heavy right now, but I don't know, it may have to pick up here after a bit. Yesterday I had a meeting with a seed customer, so we did that. That's about all I did yesterday after we got done feeding and everything. So did that and worked on some stuff in the office, and then that's probably what I'm going to end up doing for the rest of today, unless I get into some other project if I have time. Just trying to get some seed stuff wrapped up here. We got cash discount deadlines coming up, so trying to get some of that stuff knocked out right now. And so just kind of that time of year where we're doing some paperwork, office work, trying to get that stuff finished up and trying to keep the cows fed and keep water to them and everything. So sounds like they were feeding the stuff back home, so I won't have to do that again today, which is good because I'm probably not going to end up having time. But we got to put a bale of hay in here, and you can see their bale ring. It's empty back there, right there, and then one all the way back there in the back. It's getting pretty close to being empty, so we may put some in that here. It's Saturday morning, and we haven't even fed the first little bit here, and we're already stuck. So there's a little bit of a drop off back here, and I wasn't even off of it, but I guess there's a little dip or something and I got stuck. So I think we got about 4 inches of snow, and it's just made everything slick, I guess. I don't know how, but I can't hardly get around anywhere today. So it's gonna be an absolute pain today to do anything, but we'll get it done. Hopefully the last pull of the day here. I think this is like the 3rd pull. I don't know. Almost done. Well, here's our next project for today. You can see him sitting here. So we found him up here in the pasture on top of the hill, and he's not doing all that great. So his mom doesn't seem to be taken to him very well. He was born yesterday, and so we're gonna take him, and we're just gonna have to bottle feed him because he was so cold. He was sitting there shivering, and so he's been in the tractor for a while and working on trying to get warmed up. So we're gonna take him up to the other barn close to home. That way we can give him some milk and get some colostrum down him, because I don't think he's really been taking anything from his mom. So I'm getting ready to drive by the pasture. We'll see if his mom has even noticed that he's gone at all. The snow's trying to melt off a little bit. Got a couple warm days and everything. So that's good. Finally making it a little bit easier to feed cows and everything. When we get those days like that, it just ends up being a full day process of feeding cattle, and then by the time you get done, you can't do much else with your day. So that kind of takes up some time, but we got it done. We got through the worst of it. So we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe down below.